welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you guys. As we all know, Singapore has moved on to phase 2, so we are celebrating, yay yay, but that doesn't mean that we can go out and paint the town red, we've got to take one step at a time and monitor the situation, especially for those of us who have elderly and kids at home. Just be a bit careful before you start doing things, and then you don't want to be having that virus, right? So let's stay safe, let's be responsible, let's practice social distancing, shall we? Okay, moving on. I created this look because I'm inspired by the outfit that I've created myself. Shameless plug again. If you'd like to see how I created this look, then carry on watching. Okay guys, sorry I forgot to click the record button. I've already applied my primer. I'm using the Bff Poreless primer, Putty primer. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha primer. So I've applied this on the areas where I have big large pores. It seems okay. You're supposed to let it sit for like 30 seconds before you apply foundation, so it is more than a minute now. While this was settling into my skin, I applied my color corrector, so that's also settling in. Now I'm going to move on and apply my foundation. Okay, so I have my foundation here. I'm just going to use my makeup sponge to apply this all over my face. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna let it sink and settle into my skin. I am going to go and fix my eyebrows, and then I'll come back and do the eye makeup, and then we will be applying the concealer. Eyebrows are done. I'm gonna move on to the eye makeup now. So I'm going to go in with a dark brown base, and I'm going to be using this from MAC. This is called Low Lights. Okay, so I'm just going to take a blending brush and I'm going to apply this on my lids. So I'm just bringing that base slightly over my, so obviously I want that brown to be seen, so that's why I'm just bringing it slightly over the crease. But if you don't like it, you can always keep it within that crease. Like for me, I have hooded eyes, a bit more heavy on the upper lid space, and smaller lid space, so I need to do my makeup like this so that I get a much larger, elongated almond eye look. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as it is now because I'm going to be using this shade from La Femme, and this is called Sienna. So I'm going to be using that shade right over where I've applied the brown base, so that is just slightly above my natural crease. Okay, so now that color is already laid out, I am going to be using matte black. Now this is from Sugar Pill, probably the best black eyeshadow I've ever used. So I'm going to be using a tiny amount of this, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to deepen the outer V. The next shade I'm going to be using is a Mineralized Skinfinish from MAC. Now this is called Gold Deposit. This is perfect for our skin tone. So This is a bit like flaky and dusty, so I'm going to wet my brush. I'm using the same brush. I just cleaned it off in a piece of tissue. I'm just going to take a bit of Fix Plus and, you know, some moisture on the brush. I'm going to take the Mineralized Skinfinish, and I'm going to put this on the inner corners of my eyes, so the inner half, and blend it out. Okay, I'm quite satisfied with how the upper part of the eye looks. I am going to start doing my lower, and before I start, you know, fixing and putting on products, I'm going to ever so quickly apply my concealer, and I'm using the one from Milani, and this is in the shade 155 Cool Sand. So with whatever's left on my sponge, I'm just going to go and apply this on the areas where I want a little bit of highlight. Not too much, because that's not my style of makeup. I don't like overly highlighting my face because I think I have natural pigmentation that does that. So I'm going to go quickly and fix it. I'm using my favorite, which is the Midnight Banana powder. So tapping all the excess powder on the back of my hand, and I'm going to set my concealer. Okay, the face is looking flawless. I love it. Let's go on back to the eyes because I'm not done yet. I'm going to go back to that same palette over here, and I'm going to be using Naturele. So basically this is like a matte, you know, skin tone beigey powder. Beigey, if that's even something. Okay, I'm just going to use that as my highlight color. So for my waterline, I'm going to be using a brown liner. I don't want to use black because I don't want this to become a black smoky eye. I want it to be a bit more brown toned, so that's why I'm using a brown liner. I'm also going to be tight lining. So I'm going to go back to that matte black. Just going to take this color on the tip of my makeup brush, and I'm just going to shade the outer part of my lower lash line. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to be applying my mascara, and I'm going to be putting on my false lashes. So I'm going to be using the one from our local blogger Vivi. Eyelashes are done. They are looking fine. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to apply my blush. I don't think I need any contouring because, as you can see, I have natural shading going on because I'm losing a bit of weight. Okay, I am going to be using this shade, and this is called Russet. I'm going to be very light-handed to apply this color because this is like a reddish toned blush, and that's not the look I'm going for, but I do like that burnt orange undertone that it has. By the way, that's actually a palette from La Femme. So for those of you who are looking into starting up a makeup kit or something like that, go for La Femme because their blushes are really worth the money, and also very pigmented product. So yeah, just letting you know, that's all. Okay, so this is done. This is all that I need. I'm gonna move on to my next cheek. Okay, so with whatever's left, I'm just going to shade my nose. Okay, blush is done. Now it's time to put on a bit of highlight, and I'm going to go back using that same gold deposit mineralized skin finish from MAC. Just love this. It's so pretty. I'm just going to take a tiny bit and apply this on the highest part of my cheeks, and also whatever's left goes on my eyebrow bone area. So gives me that beautiful highlight. And with whatever's left goes on my nose. I love this blush because it just brings out my tan. I'm an NC45. Sometimes I go up to NC50, you know, in terms of skin coloring, you know, if that even is important these days. But I do notice that by applying this type of a bronzy gold highlight, it just brings out the natural bronze that I have in my skin. It's time to move on to the lip. I'm going to be lining my lips with BFF3 from Colourpop. You could leave the look as it is, you know, with this lip, but I have to go the extra mile, of course. Always have to take it further. I'm going to be using Plum Danty from MAC. I love this. This is the only frosty plum shade lipstick that I really enjoy using. I'm not a huge fan of frosty lips, but this one is just so pretty on my pigmented lips. Okay, I am done with my makeup. Let me put on my jewelry and I'll be back. So did you enjoy the video? I hope you did. Thank you so much for watching all of my videos and also supporting me in whatever way, subscribing, commenting, following me on my other social media handles. I really, really appreciate. So I'll see you guys soon in my next one then. Bye!